Hi Virgo, welcome to your monthly readings. I want to apologize to all of you that have been waiting for my August readings. It was impossible for me to do those on time due to my travel circumstances and adaptation there in Egypt. It's not as easy to be connected, and I'm back. So for those who have emailed me or that are waiting for some type of reply on my side, and if you haven't received it, please make sure you email me back so I can keep track on what I have been missing out. Also, as always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. I'm always, every month, I offer special half price reading, so you can email me for those that would like to have a reading with me but don't have, don't have all the means that usually it's necessary for a tarot session. You can still email me, and I'm sure you will find those prices very affordable. Also, if you would like to support and donate my channel, you can donate by following the PayPal link that I put in the description box below. So, Virgo, I do feel that the month of September brings a lot of focus and clarification. I feel like there's lots of you that are looking for a more concrete type of way out in your life. I feel like many of you are looking for a way out of your trouble, your troubles, your worries, your consuming thoughts over the same topics of what went wrong in your past. In your past experiences, what you're missing out, what you would like to do, how much effort all you want to do take, all of this heaviness. I feel like you want a way out of your mental maze, which is quite it's quite complicated and tricky. Actually, I do feel that many of you are in this energy for a long time, and it's hard to you know go back to that place, that initial place where your mind state and your mindset was kind of opened, to a more positive reality. So many of you are kind of challenged to recover positivity in your life, to recover a healthy mindset where you can actually see the light, you can feel the light, you can know where it is, you can create it on your own because you believe in it, you feed it as well. There's a challenge with the sun energy, and the sun for me, it's all about that positivity, it's all about that power of creation, it's all about that confidence in the self, and that pursuit of success, that pursuit of happiness that comes from spirit and comes from your awareness, okay, of who you are, that that element of being sure of yourself is kind of missing out. At the same time, this is a challenge, okay, but it's also, as always, a big opportunity and a chance for you to shed some light in your conscious energies where maybe you have been still sabotaging your own happiness, or why joy and happiness are not coming into your life. What is preventing you actually from feeling that positive energy again in you, so you can as well feel it and see it externally. I feel like Virgos have been with their worlds kind of, tumbling down. It's like, the world in reverse, that sense of everything in your life suddenly may have turned itself around and you're kind of spinning, or some of you, of course, felt like your world is upside down and spinning, and you want a way out. I feel the majority of you want a way out of this mess, which is an opportunity as well here with the Seven of Cups. There's many options actually available for the majority of you, but it's so confusing, and some of them feel so, out of reach, dreams without a solid sustainable foundation that you can grasp, that you can work on. So there's something missing out in the options you have at your disposal. Like, you may understand that you are very talented, you may understand that you have many, many, many options, but you still feel like, it's like grabbing water, grabbing unrealistic energies that you don't know how to make them real, how to make dreams come true. It's like, I feel some of you feel your dreams further and further away, and you still believe in them, and you still want to create from them, but instead of actually feeling that they are reaching you closer, I feel like some of you feel like they're further away, and you want to grab them, but at the same time you're not sure what it is that you truly can do with what you have right now in your life. So there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of interests for some of you, there's a lot of things, too much things that create this foundation of restlessness and sleepless nights and a lot of anguish, okay? We Virgos have a tendency to do this on our own. It's not necessarily, for the majority of us, a novelty, but it is something that needs to be taken care of. And some of you can take advantage of this solar return energy in your sign to kind of give yourself that boost, give yourself that push that you need to change this, okay, or to overcome this tendency of putting so much negative focus into your current circumstances that you end up worsening them and creating, yes, even more difficulty, because certainly some of you understand that there's a lot of things that we create by the power of our minds. So not to say that all of your problems are kind of your own doing. I don't necessarily completely believe in that, but yes, I believe that we create a lot of our own stress, a lot of our own difficulties as well. And joining that factor with other things, other problems that show up that we can't control, you see, big recipe for disaster. So working on your mindset, working on relaxation of the mind, working on letting go of this is where as well there may be an issue, is that you may be creating this because some of you may be stressing over the results, what's going to come out of some action or lack of it that you are kind of going through. And so you're considering all the possibilities, and of course some of you are considering the worst ones. And that's a problem with expectations. You are already projecting the result of something that some of you haven't even started doing, okay, or creating. How can you already know what's going to come out of something that you haven't even started doing? This is for some of you. Others of you that have already started doing something that now you're questioning or feeling that maybe it's not going to work, maybe this is too much work, whatever it is that you're questioning, okay, let go of the need to create this outcome. You want always to have a certainty, or at least an idea of the outcome. This is what's going to work against you, I feel, during the month of September. The need to know the outcome of something. Let go of the need to know right now everything, and actually access your higher spirit, access your intuition, access your spiritual development. This is where you may find some solace and some reassurance, okay, of your own self, not necessarily of the external, let's say, feedback, but more of what you internally are capable of. And when we are sure, or when we have this inner connection making us feel sure of who we are and what we can do, we are much more open, we embrace life, we experience joy, we have confidence, and we create endlessly. Even if what we create finds obstacles or it doesn't work, we are still going to grow and develop from that, and try again and try again and try again and try again, because this is kind of what life is. I feel that some of you have a lot, okay? Um, Again, a lot of options, and at the same time a lot of responsibilities, a lot of pressure, a lot that depends on you. And I also feel that some of you may be torn between this desire to experience, you know, emotional fulfillment with something. It could be in terms of relationships, it could be in your career um, aspect. There's a part of you that is desiring this emotional fulfillment, okay? Feeling happiness, feeling joy, feeling success, that success is a part of your life, that you are successful, whatever success means to you, you know, in terms of, not only in terms of status. This is where you need to pay attention as well. I don't feel that the majority of you is really about status, but status and, you know, when you look to your life, or when you would look to your life on the outside, what would you see that would make you feel like happy, that you are doing something good with what you are kind of creating. But other, this is the things that I feel like some of you have this side, and then you have this pressure or these responsibilities that are way upon you, that maybe tell you or make you believe that it's not the time yet to risk creating a life that you would fall in love with, because it's risky, because you're still working on something that demands your attention and your assistance and your responsibility. I feel like either way, either this being true or this being a creation of your own mind, you know, in terms of entrapment and fear, there is a chapter ending. You do have the Ten of Wands in your near future with the Ten of Cups in your conscious position, which is actually great, because this means again that you can, even though it's hard with the Nine of Swords and the Sun in the challenge, if you put enough effort, Ten of Wands, it's going to require effort, yes, hard work. It's not going to be easy breezy, it's not going to fall into your lap, but if you apply enough effort, if you work for it, if you apply all your strength into this belief of creating your own happy ending or creating your own happy vision of life, you will reach it. And this is why this beautiful Ten of Cups is in the conscious position, is because when you work on becoming conscious of your own self, okay, and allowing fear to kind of be washed out of your capacity to see life, you will kind of see where this positive mindset or where this happiness has been hiding, okay, behind all of this confusion and clutter. I feel that some of you are reaching a point of change, a big change in your life, but it's still like there's the turning point is not yet here. Maybe until the end of the year, I'm not sure. There's something like the twist, like the wheel is missing out here. So it's still something to be worked through, you know. It's like a working out energy, every day, one step, being kind with your own being, but also being perseverant and pushing ahead. Virgos here that have this thought or this kind of energy of giving up, don't allow yourself to give up now, because you're almost there, especially something that you want to feel yourself free from or done with, something that some Virgos want to be free from or get a situation kind of resolved. You're almost there. Don't give up now. I also feel that this is a good month to materialize abundance. So again, I feel like the issue is some of you may be very confused about what you want to do with your lives, and this may encompass as well finances and work. What am I supposed to do? What am I good at doing? How can I turn my talents into a profitable kind of energy? I feel like this third eye here, the center of your forehead, where you can actually see again beyond illusions, is going to be very important as well to this point, which is you may be like giving yourself less credit, okay, or settling for less okay? Like a small mentality about what you can achieve on your own in terms of work. So for Virgos that want to improve their work conditions and their financial prospects, you can do that by opening up your mind again and seeing beyond, okay, the small box thinking. There's more for you to materialize in your future, and you know that. I do feel that some of you are afraid of the spotlight, some of you are afraid of showing up, showing yourselves to the world. With the energy of the North Nodes in Leo for this couple of years, this is the time where we are all being pushed to show ourselves, reveal ourselves. Don't shy away. Shed your light. Be out there, okay? Don't be afraid to speak, to give of yourself to others, or the fear of failure, this fear of being silly, this fear of not being able to succeed at something that your whole heart kind of beats for. Let go of this, because this is what will stop you. This is a time where we are all evolving and shining in our own individuality. Also, yes, individuality, your identity can be better. How can I say? I feel like some of you have identity issues during this time, or you need to work in building a stronger, committed relationship with who you are, aside of the judgments of the outside world and of your own. Okay? Build a stronger, more confident relationship with who you are at your own eyes, at your own evaluation, at your own kind of examination. I do feel as well that some of you are putting a lot of your bet on travel or change. This travel, this journey that I'm experiencing here can be a metaphor, yes. It can be the journey of your life, and you can be kind of putting all of your energy into the future and trying to realize what will you do. Again, as I said initially, I feel that the key word for Virgos in September is clarification. So you're trying to understand with certainty, with a more objective kind of outlook, what will you do next? What's the next stage? What's the next step? Which is something we tend to do when there's this solar return happening. But again, I feel that aside of being a metaphor or not, there's other Virgos that are actually getting themselves ready for the journey of their lives, and this could imply a big move or change to another country or another location that would significantly change your life. I also feel that you can work more on the acceptance of change, which is something I still feel some of you resist a little bit. Again, this fearful energy of what's going to come out of it. Again, the expectation of results. Some of you, you are aware that everything here in life implies a certain degree of risk. And for those that are feeling suffocated and agonizing in the current conditions it's time to free yourself from this, or it will kind of, the inner monster will come out and stare back at you, so that you can understand that maybe this is something that you cannot expect anyone to save you from. You need to free yourself from it. You need to be brave and fly away, okay? Don't settle for less than what you know you are capable of, just because the voices in your mind tell you cannot do it. I feel that you are so strong, and you have been tested severely the last 2 years. And 2017 is a year of awakening for Virgos in terms of withstanding in the face of, storms. I feel like 2016 was kind of this crushing vibration, and at the same time, spiritual awareness for Virgos. And now it's kind of being strong, holding on, okay, working, persevering each day, pushing through until finally the birth happens, which may be all about next year. So I lost my I lost my thought here, but anyway, what I was trying to say is that some of you know that you are very strong. You may doubt it, you may question that, or you may not believe it sometimes, but your inner strength is present and is what's going to help you, okay? Still, let's say, support or have patience in whichever bumps in the road you are still dealing with, because some of you are still dealing with patience, needing to be a little bit patient before that big breakthrough comes. But it's a moment of taking care of issues, okay? So anything, loose ends need to be tied, okay? Anything that would prevent you for the big leap ahead needs to be taken care of now. Maybe this is why some of you are searching for clarification, okay? You want answers, and you may be called to give answers as well in a certain way. Some of you have been through losses, meaningful losses in love and relationships in general, and it has been a hard process to free yourself from. Again, there's a sense of being spirit, needing to embrace the spiritual side of this of this energy. What I want to say is that from these losses and from this pain some of you experience and others are still experiencing, there's a beautiful blooming, okay, of spiritual awareness that comes out of this. But it's not something that it's not like taking a pill and suddenly the pain goes away, or suddenly everything is again bright and shiny and you feel loved and healed. It doesn't work that way. Healing is not linear, but in the arms of spirituality, in the arms of the divine energy that kind of have been wanting to be so close to you, what you can find is that sense of redemption, okay? Understanding love in a higher note. So you can as well give meaning to whatever losses some of you have been dealing with, okay? It doesn't take away the pain, it doesn't take away the whole, but it makes it meaningful. And just that fact, giving a little bit purpose to whatever loss some of you experienced, will help you. It's like, again, that sense of resilience, okay, in the face of storms. It will help you get to the next stage where hopefully some of you will return to this state of freedom, and actually as well allowing the love you want to come in. I do feel that some Virgos are reaching their, how can I say, I don't really like to dive into this concept, but let's say that I feel some Virgos are reaching their soulmates closer and closer. It's like whatever next big meaningful relationship some of you are meant to have is reaching you very, very, very close. This is why it's so important for loose ends to be tied, so you are then free to receive this love. Some of you are reaching it closer, others of you, this other energy is reaching you. It could be a renewal as well of other bonds. It doesn't have to be someone new, but I feel that for some of you that have been, grieving and without, let's say, love for some time in terms of this human contact, it's reaching you closer. And I feel like some of you, it's all you want. I feel like some of you are really, 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 really in need of this human contact. Others of you in the month of September, I feel, have issues with friendships or loyalties. I do feel that some of you may have some complication with the current relationships that surround you, and there may be an issue of deception or lies, or not really being sure who to trust. Again, your intuition here is so in focus. Use it. There's still a higher calling for you. Every day it's like ringing. Answer me. This is your higher consciousness. This is your guides. This is the divine, let's say, energy at work, the invisible energy that kind of builds this big mysterious web of life, is calling to you, is calling to you, is calling for Virgos for a long time. And I feel that if in the month of September some of you open your arms to it, you may understand things, again, clarification, that you have been wanting to understand for a long, long time. So I also feel that some of you in September can have that piece of the puzzle that has been missing given to you. But you need to embrace, you need to open up, you need to allow, the flow of spiritual energy to be kind of giving you as well a lot of information that will help you out. Some of you as well may be in this bipolar energy of sometimes feeling happy, sometimes feeling sad, sometimes showing that you're happy and really inside you feel so sad. Be authentic, be yourself, don't pretend, okay? Whoever is meant to be in your life, whoever is worthy of you and of of this sharing, let's say, experiences, will accept you and take care of you and be there for you as you are. Don't try to hide it, because this also creates a sense of deception within you that may then attract circumstances that are a little bit tricky. So I hope you have a great month of September. I want to wish again happy birthday to all of you celebrating your solar return during this time. And for those that already have celebrated it in the previous days, I want to wish you a very, very, very fortunate solar return. And I hope my reading was somehow of help, and my insight was somehow, uplifting to some of you. And hopefully we'll see each other soon.